I have the suspicion that drinking a beer in your truck camper is not allowed. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. Can you drink a beer in your truck camper at a rest stop if you're sleeping here? Sounds like the consensus is that you can drink a beer in your truck camper as long as you're not in your cab of the truck. Sounds fair enough to me.
This is my own private domicile and I will not be harassed! Bitch!
I am thoroughly enjoying this. Haven't even started eating it and it just looks and smells so good. I'm really happy to be cooking here at this rest stop, enjoying the truck camper, sharing it with you guys. Alright, so we are at a beautiful rest stop here in Colorado. I have a fun trip coming up, so I had to do a road trip out here. So we are going to get some food cooked and crash. It's been a long day on the road. Last night I had a little bit of sleep due to a mouse encounter in the camper. Unfortunately, I didn't film too much of that mouse encounter, but I did talk about it. I was at a beautiful spot in southwestern Utah. I'll put a link to the video of my cliffside camping experience down in the description. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get to some good cooking. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get started with some rice. I'm using this really neat ceramic clay pot, and it's called a donabe. So basically I'm going to set this on top of a stove and cook the rice in it. So let's get that going. I do have this grill grate that I like to set on top of it. Gives it some stability. So for the rice, I'm using a liner. I'm just going to do a little bit of rice. I am cooking some tacos tonight. Alright, now I do have the side window, the back window, and the vent fan running, so I do have good ventilation. And the trick with this small stove is to keep it on very low heat. I really like this portable stove. It's a really neat way to cook. I love seeing the flames, and the ceramic rice pot is super cool. So I'm gonna keep this at a low temperature. Set the rice on and get that started, and we can enjoy some chips and salsa, and then get to some veggies and meat cooking. Now, I've been using a solid fuel tablet for this. This is the second time that I've used this stove with the ceramic pot. I was having a little bit of trouble with the stove. I think I needed to set the bottle on the side. I'm still learning this thing. My only reference point is my other butane stove, which keeps the bottle on the side. This seems to be flowing a little better. It could just be the fine adjustment that I needed to mess with. So let's get the veggies prepped and the other stove going so we can fry up some veggies and meat. Can't forget some chips and salsa as we prepare. Cheers. I've got to get these veggies and meat going. The rice is already starting to steam. Having a trash can in the camper is so nice. Going to add a few seasonings. So I have some garlic powder, cumin, and I'm really excited for this meal. Making Carne Asada tacos, and salt and pepper. It's so nice being able to cook in the camper with the windows open, the vent fan running. You get good circulation, so all of this cooking, the smells, the fumes, it can all go straight up and exhaust out the roof and bring in that fresh air from the windows. All right, let's check out our beef tonight. I think this is going to be too much meat, so I'm going to just use the scissors and cut some off, and then we can throw that into the pan. Alright, I think this is going to be a really good meal. The rice I'll probably let go for about 5 or 10 more minutes, cut the heat and let it stay put and stay warm. I'm going to slowly cook this onion and meat, and I will catch back up with you guys here in a minute. Alright, I just checked the rice. It's looking pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off on that stove. Just going to let this sit and stay warm, and then I'll continue cooking the onion and steak. One trick I learned with avocado is if you are only eating half of it, you can leave the seed in the other half you're not using, put that into the fridge, and it lasts a lot better. The top does get brown, but I just cut off that bit and it's totally fine to eat. I'm going to cut up a little bit of tomato. All right, I think the onions are good. I'm gonna pull them. And then I do want to toast my tortillas a little bit. I personally think tortillas right out of the package need to be finished off. You can even see it, they look a little bit uncooked. It is a bit noisy here with I-70 nearby, but bear with me on that. Haven't even started eating it, and it just looks and smells so good. I'm really happy to be cooking here at this rest stop, enjoying the truck camper, sharing it with you guys. Cheers. Delicious. Tortillas look great. I'm going to move the stove out the way, plate up my dish, and show you guys, and then I'll dig in. Don't want to go too heavy on the onion. This smells so good. Salsa. And my favorite hot sauce, Arizona Gunslinger. It's a jalapeno pepper sauce. Ooh, a little bit of pressure. I actually forgot the rice. Let's put it on the top. Ooh, looks like I crisped up the bottom quite a bit. That's okay, should be plenty of usable rice on top. Still learning how to dial in this stove with the ceramic rice cooker combination. Carne Asada tacos in my truck camper at a rest stop. Beautiful. I always do this. I get all of my ingredients out, plate up the dish, and I forget something. So let's add some Mexican cheese, and then I will get back to eating. Wow, that was a delicious meal. Carne Asada tacos with all the fixins in my truck camper. Very enjoyable. I do have a lot of stuff out right now. I'm gonna get some refrigerator items put back up. I'm gonna start to clean up the dishes, dry them off, put everything away. That way I can enjoy this truck camper for the rest of the evening. I'm not gonna stay up too late, probably crash. I have an early morning tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys tuning in for this. I've really enjoyed growing this truck camper cooking YouTube channel. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I'm gonna just get cleaned up, and I will catch back up with you guys here in a bit. Alright, just like that, the camper is clean. feels so good to clean everything up, put it away. I am thoroughly enjoying this faucet sink setup in the camper. To have running water and be able to do dishes is really nice. It basically just allows you to cook inside on trips because you don't have to go out and clean and come in, you know, on the road at a rest stop. Stuff like that would be a little bit more difficult. Obviously it's doable, but this is really nice amenity to have. So I think that's about it. I am worn out. I didn't get much sleep last night. It's been a good road trip so far. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions about the camper or the setup, happy to answer them. Drop it down in the comments below. If you do enjoy this content, please consider subscribing. It helps me keep pursuing my dream of growing a truck camper cooking channel. I really appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.